Because people still seem to think that she was 15 when she killed her mother. She was 23 years old.
Get the out of here.
She was a month away from being 24 years old.
For anyone that might have missed this, Gypsy Rose Blanchard gave birth to her daughter on the 28th of December, exactly a year after she was released from prison. This woman has done more in the space of a year than most people will do in 5 years.
Gypsy Rose Blanchard's family is calling her out for lying, and they are not holding back. After her recent claims about giving birth, her family is stepping in to expose what they say are her labor lies. The timeline isn't adding up, and people are questioning everything. This is a mess, and we've got to talk about it, and so without further ado, let's get right into it.
Some people might hide from the spotlight, but you're going in a different direction.
Sometimes I kind of feel like I have no choice.
What do you mean by that? Certainly you have choice. You don't have to pose.
It all kicked off when Gypsy hopped online acting like everything was all normal and sharing what should have been a sweet postpartum moment. But nope, the streets were not buying it. Instead of getting those aw, cute reactions, people started side-eyeing the whole situation hard. And can you blame them? For someone who usually has receipts on lock, Gypsy has been real quiet, and that is just not like her. First of all, nobody, and I mean nobody, saw Gypsy at the hospital where she was supposedly admitted. Not a single blurry paparazzi shot, not even a shady low-quality pic from a distant relative. It's like she ghosted the entire experience, and y'all know that's not how the Blanchards roll. These people love to put everything on display, but this time, crickets. The only photo shared so far is this one. But fans can't get over the fact that not a single curious fan nor paparazzi snap circulated that day. Now, don't get it twisted, they might have chosen to be very private with this life-changing experience, but wait until you hear the other theory that has cropped up. People are saying that there is no way they never posted any other photo, like a proud mom and baby selfie, no teary-eyed family moment. Even her mom, Christy, has been strangely silent. Her sister, Mia, is nowhere to be seen, and even Rod, who is usually all over everything, is equally missing in action. And y'all, this is just not sitting right. They have been piecing things together like detectives, and the math is just not mathing. Gypsy's posts are telling one story, but the receipts, or the lack thereof, are telling another. People are pointing out that the dates that she's throwing out there don't line up with what we know. Like, how do you go from barely showing to suddenly bouncing back from labor like it's nothing? Make it make sense.
Look in the mirror, what do I see? A stronger version of a brand new me. Confidence rising, no more this.
Social media has been going wild with theories, and honestly, it's starting to look bad for Gypsy. Some people think that she's hiding something major, while others are straight up calling her out for faking the whole thing. And if you think Gypsy is coming out to clear the air, think again. Much unlike her, this time she preferred staying quiet, letting the rumors spread like wildfire. That silence has gotten people restless, and we all know silence speaks louder than words, and right now, it's screaming. So yeah, the internet detectives are not letting this one slide. They want answers, and they want them now. Whether Gypsy's got something to hide or she's just playing it low-key, one thing is for sure, the whole situation is looking messy, and trust me, this is just the beginning of the drama.
I remember when I first became a mother. Now, I have a lot of kids. I have 10 kids, but I remember my firstborn coming into this world, and it was almost like a natural high. I remember for the longest time, I was elated. I couldn't get over the love I felt for this little person. I couldn't get over, like, wow, I made her. I'm somebody's mom. That feeling to me was just, I'll never forget it. And for Gypsy Rose to not make a statement about her baby, but selfishly make a statement about how good she looks 6 days postpartum, is exactly that. To me, that is completely selfish.
You see, the thing about being clueless is that you always assume that others are as naive as you. And that's exactly what Gypsy must have thought when she popped up online looking exactly the same after supposedly giving birth and no one would notice. When she dropped that so-called postpartum recovery video, people were expecting the usual baby pic, heartfelt reflections, maybe even a glimpse of the sleepless nights and baby snuggles. But Gypsy ended up serving body goals, flaunting her supposed postpartum body, even going as far as lifting her tank top on camera, and yet she never, not once, showed her bare pregnant belly. Like, not even a little sneak peek. During all those months when the internet was buzzing with pregnancy rumors, she kept herself buried under oversized clothes, and she always managed to position things just right to make her bump look believable. Carefully placed purses, weird angles, and sudden camera cutoffs, it's all a little too convenient. It's not like Gypsy hasn't had a sketchy history with deception before. She literally looked like she hadn't even been through labor, let alone carried a baby for 9 months. Her belly was flat and her energy suspiciously on point. Do not get this twisted, y'all. Every woman's postpartum journey is different, and some moms do bounce back faster than others. Most moms, even the ones with superhuman snapbacks, still show some signs weeks after delivery. Whether it's a little leftover belly, exhaustion, or just an overall change, but Gypsy is out here looking like she just walked off of a movie set, not out of a hospital bed. The plot thickens though. What's really got people gagged is the fact that her current belly looks exactly like her so-called pregnant belly. Fans wasted no time in doing side-by-side comparisons, and the results are looking sketchy AF. The exact same shape, the same size, just with different outfits. And that's when the theories really started to spiral. It has gotten so serious that whispers have started spreading around that this whole pregnancy could have been a giant scam. This sounds wild, loves, but stay with me. Social media is flooded with breakdowns, timelines, and theories that make way too much sense. Honestly, y'all, do you think Gypsy faked her pregnancy, or the other theory is that she lied about the delivery date and that the baby came way earlier?
Y'all, I got some tea, but before I tell y'all, I have to say, this is all alleged. Now, sources told me that Gypsy Rose is actually due 11/27/24, which is November 27th of 2024.
But what's making people side-eye this whole situation is how her story keeps changing like the weather. One of her biggest cheerleaders, Julie, who's been her ride or die for Gypsy, claimed that she had a completely natural birth and even bragged about Gypsy pushing the baby out in just 15 minutes. But hold up, because in another post, Gypsy herself let it slip that she actually got an epidural. And if you know anything about childbirth, you know an epidural is not considered a natural birth. So which is it, Gypsy? Because right now, the whole thing is looking sus. And let's not even get started on Julie. Like, she had one job, but failed terribly. Because as of now, Julie can't claim to be speaking Gypsy's truth when she can't even keep the facts straight. This little mix-up has fans questioning not only Gypsy's honesty, but Julie's credibility as well. It's like anyone who steps up to defend Gypsy gets caught up in her whirlwind of lies and half-truths. Literally everyone, including family. Take Gypsy's stepmom, Christy, for instance. She has been standing by her side through thick and thin, but Christy even can't seem to keep up with Gypsy's ever-changing narratives. Every time she speaks out in Gypsy's defense, it always contradicts something Gypsy has said before. And it's not just Christy. Gypsy's friends Mia and Bree have also been left scrambling to explain things away, only to trip over their own words. And it doesn't stop there. Even Gypsy's legal team, the people who are supposed to keep her image squeaky clean, can't seem to present a united front. Every time they try to clear things up, it just gets messier, leaving more questions than answers. And poor Ken, her boyfriend, is just out here looking lost, probably trying to figure out what is true and what's not, just like the rest of us. The point is, Gypsy always spins a new tale, and everyone around her scrambles to keep up, but it is all falling apart at the seams. The more they try to defend her, the more they expose just how shaky her whole story is.
How am I feeling postpartum? Good. The first few days were a little overwhelming, but Ken was absolutely so supportive. I didn't have postpartum depression, but I did go through a little bit of postpartum anxiety. which I think is absolutely, normal for a first-time mom.
Despite all of the mounting doubt, Gypsy seems completely unbothered. Like, she just doesn't care. She keeps giving out these postpartum updates, and she's just gaslighting us at this point. Y'all, when I tell you that Gypsy has everyone confused, it's gotten to a point where the biggest question on everyone's mind right now is whether Gypsy even carried the baby herself or if a surrogate was involved. On the flip side, we have to give credit where it's due. At the end of the day, Gypsy's ability to keep everyone wrapped around her finger with these conflicting stories is either genius or straight up reckless. Alright, postpartum drama aside, the tension between Gypsy Rose Blanchard and her sister, Mia Blanchard, is far from new. But recently it has escalated to a level that no one could have predicted. Turns out the drama between them has been bubbling beneath the surface for the longest, and now it's making headlines in the most explosive way possible. You see, Gypsy has always been the center of attention in the family, but not for the reasons that one might hope. While Mia, her seemingly perfect sister, has tried to live her life as normally as possible, Gypsy's past continues to haunt her, and it's starting to tear their family apart. It all started when Mia graduated from nursing school not so long ago. A monumental achievement, no doubt. But instead of celebrating this major milestone in peace, the spotlight was shifted onto Gypsy Rose, whom, though family, wasn't invited to the graduation. That's just how bad Mia has it with Gypsy. Sources have claimed that Mia didn't want Gypsy at her graduation because Gypsy's chaotic makes everything about her, and her criminal history have made her a source of constant tension in the family. Rumors are swirling that Gypsy's mere presence would have turned the ceremony into a circus, overshadowing Mia's big moment. But the drama doesn't end there. Fans have been speculating that Gypsy's estranged relationship with her family, particularly with Mia, has roots that go much deeper than simple sibling rivalry. According to insiders, Gypsy has been grappling with a toxic mix of jealousy and resentment towards Mia for years. It seems that every time Mia achieves something, Gypsy feels as if she's being left behind, and this has created an unhealthy rift between the two sisters. Adding fuel to the fire, Gypsy has made it no secret of her envy towards Mia's life. In past interviews, Gypsy has admitted to struggling with feelings of jealousy over the life Mia had, a life Gypsy could only dream of. In fact, it's even been claimed that Gypsy has admitted to wishing that Mia's life wasn't as perfect, almost as if she couldn't bear to see her sister succeed while she was stuck in a world of chaos and drama.
For a long time, I have been very jealous of my sister, and it's stupid.
But it's not just the past that's haunting Gypsy. Her present is also clouded by her criminal history, which continues to make waves wherever she goes and cast a permanent shadow over her life. And it seems like every time she tries to move forward, her past pulls her back. Despite Gypsy's claims that she was manipulated by her then boyfriend, Nick Godejohn, and didn't play an active role in the crime, many people, especially her own family, aren't buying it.
I don't associate myself as a murderer because if you think about it, yes, I had a part to play in it. I asked Nick for help. And how that conversation started was, he was saying that he would protect me from anyone. I said anyone. He said yes. I said even my mother. He said yes. And then the plan kind of formed from there. But he's the one that did the actual, not me. I can't anyone. That's why he's in trouble to begin with, because he's the one that did it.
The latest development, especially her souring relationship with Mia, has left so many wondering if Gypsy has truly moved on or if she is still the same person who planned to take out her own mother. Gypsy's presence anywhere near Mia is now considered a liability, particularly when it comes to Mia's career. Word on the street is that Mia has been struggling to find work in nursing, and some believe Gypsy's past and continued controversy is partially to blame. It's been suggested that hospitals and healthcare providers might be hesitant to hire someone with such a controversial and publicly chaotic family history. No one wants to risk having their reputation damaged by associating with them. Mia, for her part, has been vocal about the toll that Gypsy's actions have taken on her life. From the outside, Mia has always seemed like the picture of success, but the truth is far darker. In the end, it seems like Gypsy's story is far from over. While Mia's life may be in the process of falling apart due to the shadow Gypsy casts over her, Gypsy herself is still trapped trapped in a cycle of self-pity and denial. Her decisions continue to cause chaos, and now it looks like it's not just her future that's at risk, it's the entire family's. Not to mention the perpetrated newborn in her care right now. What is next in this twisted saga? Only time will tell, but one thing is clear, the Blanchard family is fractured, and it may be beyond repair. All right, loves, these are the latest takes on Gypsy and her family, but I want to hear from you. Are people spot on, or is Gypsy getting dragged for no reason? Drop your thoughts below, and don't forget to hit that notification bell so you never miss the latest tea on your favorite celebs and influencers. Thanks for watching.